Hi everybody and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be trying making gingerbread cookies from scratch for the first time ever. I've never done this before. Brandon's not here right now because he's still at work, but we have to refrigerate the dough for a couple of hours, so we're going to surprise him with it for when he gets home. And I'm in my little jammies because I think it'll be fun to make the gingerbread cookies in like Christmas pajamas, like it's Christmas Eve. We're going to play pretend. So I'm going to link the recipe for this below and you're going to come along and we'll see how this turns out. So wish me luck. Okay, so in my head, gingerbread always had like a million ingredients, but it actually doesn't have that many. These are all the ingredients you need. It has molasses, of course, which is the most important. And the recipe specifically says not to use blackstrap molasses, but that's the only one that the store had. So we're using blackstrap molasses. Hopefully it's okay. Milk, room temperature butter, flour, of course, brown sugar, salt, baking soda, cinnamon, cloves, and ginger. And then of course, like, you need spoons and measuring cups and bowls and baking sheets. I also got ingredients to make some frosting to frost the gingerbread cookies from scratch. So we have that as well, but we're going to do that later on once the cookies are made. Also, just a couple ingredients, should be pretty simple and straightforward, but we're going to start with this. And I don't have a stand mixer, or actually I do have a stand mixer, but it's at my parents' house because I'm getting it for my birthday and my birthday's not until next month. So we're just going to do this by hand, but again, the recipe's linked down below, so you can always use that recipe if you do have a stand mixer for doing it with that. I also got out my gingerbread kitchen towels for this because they're so adorable. We just got them this year. They're in theme. I actually just remembered I have this hand mixer, so I'm going to use this to make it easier. But if you have a stand mixer, that's even better. First things first, I need to, with an electric mixer, stir in flour, brown sugar, baking soda, cinnamon, ginger, cloves, and salt at low speed for about 30 seconds. Alright, so in this bowl I now have 3 cups of flour, 3/4 cup of packed brown sugar, 3/4 teaspoon baking soda, 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of ground sugar, half a teaspoon ground cloves, half a teaspoon of salt. And it's time to mix it together at low speed for about 30 seconds until it's combined. Alright, time to start with this mixer. I know a lot of people were watching this cringing because I was putting in all the ingredients over the bowl, and I distinctly remember my grandma telling me not to do that, who was an excellent baker. But I always do that and nothing bad has ever happened so far. I know that's technically not the proper way to do it, but I think it's fine and it makes a lot less of a mess. So far so good. I am just kind of mixing it around with a spoon a little bit, or just getting the sides pushed in, and going to do it again for another like 15 seconds just to make sure it's really combined, because I do feel like there were some parts on the side that didn't really get in there. And then I think we'll be good to go. Alright, so the next step is to add the butter. So I already have my butter at room temperature, which is very important, but I'm also going to cut it up into little like 1 tablespoon-ish slices, I guess, before I add it to the bowl, just to make all the mixing a lot easier. My butter, all 3/4 cups of it, is all cut up, and I just called my mom, shout out to my mom, and I asked her about the hand mixer, and she said to start it when it's already in the mixture and then it won't explode all over me. So I'm going to do that. It says to have it going for 1 to 2 minutes until it's like a sandy kind of consistency, and then it'll be ready for the next step. Okay, I do think this is more or less correct. There are some pieces that I think are a bit, that do have like some chunks, but it's okay because it's going back in the mixer. I did have to do it like maybe a minute longer because I don't think my stand mixer or my hand mixer is that powerful, but I think we're making progress, and honestly it's not very difficult. And now we're on the last step before like it's dough, so this is great. Alright, so we're at the molasses. Literally says not to use blackstrap because it has a very strong flavor. I do think that's more of a preference thing. time will tell. So 3/4 cup of molasses and then 2 tablespoons of milk. And that's the last of the ingredients. And then you mix again with the hand mixer. So let's do that. Oh God. It does have a very strong smell, but it's fine. I don't mind molasses. Ooh, it's thick. And then 2 tablespoons of milk. I did see in the comments that someone just substituted non-dairy milk and it was fine, but I have regular milk right now on hand, which is very, very rare. So I'm going to use that. All right, time to mix this. Good news, I have dough. Yay. It's very dark because of the molasses, and some of it like flew out a little at me, so I tried a little bite and it was delicious. I'm a fan of gingerbread, so to me, I don't think the black strap was that big of a deal. But if you're not like a huge gingerbread person, maybe don't get the black strap. But here it is. So my next instruction is to to portion this in half and to flatten it out on parchment, and to like a 1/4 inch thick, and then put another thing of parchment on top of that and to put it in the fridge or freezer. So that's next. So let's do that. Alright, here we go. So one thing I did hear about this dough a lot in the reviews was that it's very sticky, and that is true. It is very sticky dough. And also people were commenting a lot that there are no eggs in here. And also, yes, there are no eggs. That is on purpose. That's because this is a very chewy gingerbread that we're trying to make here. That's the kind of gingerbread that I like. I like a very chewy gingerbread cookie, so that's what we're working on right now. And they did, oh, it's not so sticky. They said not to necessarily use flour to roll it out either. So I won't. Whatever they say goes. And they said that a key to this recipe is the freezing or like cooling of this dough, and that once it is cooled, you have to work with it very quickly, because if you don't, because it's like that sticky kind of dough, it becomes very difficult to work with. So just things to keep in mind. So I'm going to flatten this out, and then I'm going to flatten out the other half and put it in the fridge. So I did want to show though that this is what they mean by sandwiching it between the 2 pieces of parchment paper, so it's all sandwiched and ready to go in the freezer. Yay. Look who's home!
Did you miss me?
He made it back from work.
Bet you did.
And good news,
What's the good news?
The cookie dough is nice and cold and frozen and ready to be stamped out. What are you counting to?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, so let's do that and we can put it in the oven, and while that's baking, we can also make our frosting.
Wow.
Yay.
Fancy.
Or I should call it icing.
Fancy Nancy.
Let's do it. Alright, the oven is preheated to 350. The cookie sheets are lined. We use tin foil. I think you can use parchment paper, but anytime I use parchment paper, somehow it burns. We don't actually have gingerbread man cutouts, so these are the ones we're using: a dinosaur, a Mickey head, and a star. Alright, here's our dough. You need to work quickly with it, apparently, so we're going to start cutting it out and moving it to our baking sheets. Okay, here we go. We're going to start working on the cookies. They said that since you didn't use flour or something when it was rolled out, you could just keep re-rolling it as needed. We put the other one back in the freezer because it got soft, and we have the one that was in the freezer out now, and our cookie cutting with it. Yeah. Amazing. Pop that on there. I can't get mine to come up like that. There we go. Okay, the first batch is ready to go in the oven. It only goes in for 8 minutes, so we're gonna pop that in. And Brendan's been eating the dough. What do you think?
It's really good.
He doesn't usually like gingerbread, so I'm happy to hear that. And I'm gonna make the icing also. So let's see. All you need to make the icing is 1.5 cups of powdered sugar, 1 tablespoon of corn syrup, 1 tablespoon of milk, and a splash of vanilla. And then you just whisk it all together. So hopefully it's as easy as it sounds. Okay, everything's in here. I'm whisking it now. It says that if it's too thick, you just add in like a splash of milk at a time. And that's it. But it seems very thick. Very thick. Guess it needs more milk. The whisking master, Brandon, is here to help me with the whisking. Everything's just stuck in the whisk. Oh good, it's actually starting to come to the right consistency. Okay, we switched to a fork. I added a touch more milk and I do think it's getting there. Wow, this is so exciting. That was not hard at all. That took me probably 4 minutes.
And the gingerbreads are about to come out of the oven too.
Yay! We don't have a cooling rack. Uh-oh. They're coming out. Oh, they look good. And they smell good. They're supposed to be chewy. They kind of look like they might be hard. Oh, they smell good, don't they?
What did you say? Chili?
Chewy.
Chewy. Oh, I don't think they look hard.
Okay, they're not hard. Yum. I'm excited to eat these, but we have to be patient. In the meantime, why don't we cut out some more?
Okay.
Alright, we did lots of stamping, and now Brandon's trying to make a gingerbread from scratch, aren't you, Bean? How's it going?
We'll see.
How'd you do it? You used the Mickey stamper?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, it actually looks good.
So there's the head. Here's the arm.
Cute.
And it's not gonna come out
I think it will.
great, but
Here's our gingerbreads cooling, and then here's our second batch of gingerbreads gonna go in the oven. We had to get creative because, like I said, we don't have a cooling rack, but we're doing our best. That's all we can ask for. We also made little mini gingerbread heads because we only have so much room, or so much dough. I like your little gingerbread, Bean. He's cute.
didn't come out good, but
I think he did.
came out the best that it could.
Okay, we're gonna use our icing that is definitely too thin to try and decorate some of our cooled cookies, but I know it's too thin because it's just coming right through the top, but it's okay because we're, you know, doing our best. Oh, this is fun. Except knowing us, we're gonna lose interest in this quickly. Brandon said the icing also doesn't taste that good.
It doesn't.
But that's okay.
Very nice.
Doop. Doop. That's a very happy Mickey Mouse.
Okay, let's do the
Aw,
dinosaur.
he looks cute.
Love that for him. Let's do the dinosaur whose head
Oh no.
came a little loose.
Just a little bit. Just put it back on. You never know. What should I decorate for him?
Put a scarf on him
A scarf, yeah.
so that his decapitated head looks secure. And, you know, he has to stay warm in the wintertime.
Yeah, that is important. Beautiful.
Nice. Give him a
eye.
nose or an eye or
He's got a
mouth and nose. Give him some teeth.
No.
Scary
scary.
teeth. Okay, what about some shoes? Some boots? Well, he's a construction worker.
Construction boots.
Oh, there's a second batch going to be ready. Oh, yeah. Look at him tiptoeing in his Jordans.
He looks so cute.
I actually like that. That looks like it would be available on Main Street at the confectionery.
Oh, yes. Definitely.
You would buy this, right? If you saw this in a showcase, bakery, storefront, whatever you want to call it, you would buy that,
the
right?
Mickey, honestly, they do sell one that looks just like this, just as terrible, too.
I like my little guy in tiptoeing in his Jordans.
I like them all. I think they're all excellent. I'm going to try Mickey fresh out the oven, not frosted.
Not frosted?
Look how perfect it is. I think it looks so good.
Stop moving it. There
I'm
it
not
is.
moving it.
There it is.
Ah. Okay. It feels squishy. That's the point. It's supposed to be soft and smooth.
Squishy!
Mmm. It's really good. I'm impressed. I feel like I personally could use more spice in it. because I like all my stuff like very spiced. But this is really good. I would make this again and just add some more spice to it. It wasn't very hard. And especially when I have my stand mixer, I can make these all the time. Brandon's turn.
I went for the dinosaur. Wow.
He's a gingerbread hater. What do you think?
This is actually very good. It's moist. Doesn't really overpower in the gingerbread department.
Nice.
It is really good, actually. This is a very good recipe. I highly recommend it.
Is it soft?
Oh, it's very soft, very moist.
Good.
Again, it doesn't like really hit the back of your throat or anything like that. It's really good.
I feel like the worst part of gingerbread is that it's often hard. So I think that this is a delicious recipe. It was amazing.
We've had a lot of gingerbread in Disney around the holidays, around Christmas. And honestly, I think this one is better.
Better than the one in Disneyland?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I mean, it's pretty close.
No, it's this beats it.
I would say like the one in Disneyland's still my favorite, but this is a very close second. Yay! I'm so glad you like it. Also, Brendan said he didn't like the frosting.
But with the gingerbread?
Obviously he likes it. So good.
This might be my dinner tonight. Spot on. I truly highly recommend. I'm not being paid by the gingerbread companies to say this, even though we're the gingerbread bakery. Go make this. Stop this video. We're gonna end it right here. Go to your local Stop and Shop, Wegmans, ShopRite, wherever you shop. Pick up some ingredients and make these immediately.
So like you said, we're gonna end the video. We're gonna eat all our gingerbread.
We gotta quickly end this because I gotta have my dinner. In all seriousness,
I didn't think he was gonna like these, so I'm blown away.
These are delish. I hope they're good like tomorrow moving forward. Like it's
I
not
heard
just.
that they're good for like a week.
Are they better tomorrow? Is it like leftover pizza where it just becomes like better overnight?
I don't know.
Holy camole.
Yes.
This is. I'm gonna go have some more.
I'm really happy with this endorsement. So he's gonna eat his gingerbread. And with all that being said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to follow along on all of our journeys and Vlogmas videos and baking videos. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.